Y'all, can we please bring back scary Halloween this year? Because I feel like the past couple years, no one is actually trying to be scary. Everyone is trying to be fine shite. Like, everyone is trying to be sexy. I can't even remember the last time when someone's Halloween costume scared me. And isn't that the whole point of Halloween, to like scare others and get scared? And I think the perfect example of this is the scare actors at the Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, because they are not scary at all. They do not make me feel fear in any way. If anything, they make me feel like they're trying to seduce me. Like, their costumes are legitimately just oiling up, wearing scantily clad clothes, and like maybe having some fake blood or fake dirt. Like, it's legitimately insane. You look up scare actors at the Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, you would think you were on a borderline freaky deaky website. And I'm not even hating. Like, I love a hot girl Halloween, but it's been hot girl Halloween for the past 10 years, if not more. I just want change. I want to get scared the old fashioned way. Also, this is not a dig at Halloween Horror Nights or like the scare actors. Like, y'all are just with the times. But if you think my take is bad, if you think you could scare me, Universal Studios, hit me up. I don't know if y'all seen that video of the girl doing the spider dance on the dance floor at that wedding, where she's literally like crawling around on the dance floor like a spider. But I just wanted to say that if you're planning on doing that dance, be cautious, because you may be inadvertently ruining your night and your entire week. And I would know because my friend did that dance and she ruined her birthday and the entire week after. Now, you see, this friend invited me and a couple other friends out to the club for her birthday, but before going out to the club, we met up at her house for the pregame, and at the pregame, she was showing all of us that video of the girl doing the spider dance, and she was like, guys, doesn't it look so fun? Like, I want to do it tonight at the club. And us being supportive friends and kind of inebriated, we were like, yeah, do it at the club. So fast forward, we get to the club, and not even 20 minutes in, the birthday girl goes, guys, make some space, form a circle, I want to do the spider dance. So we did. We formed a circle, and almost in slow motion, I see this girl, my friend, get down on the floor of this club. And the reason I saw it in slow motion is because my friend, the birthday girl, was wearing quite a light outfit, and the club floor was definitely dirty. But at that point, there was no stopping her, so I just watched her do this spider dance, and she was pretty good at it. But when she got up, oh my god, guys, her entire front was like caked with mud. Like, it was worse than you could imagine. And as soon as my friend like realized what happened, she just starts bawling her eyes out, and me and my other buddies just felt so bad. And we went home with her after that because it literally looked like she went mudding. Like, you can't go to the club looking like that. And she was just so devastated, man. But the tragedy does not stop there. She was violently sick for the next week because of a bug she got from the club floor. Like, worst birthday ever, all because she wanted to do a silly little spider dance. So yeah, if you want to do that dance, just please do it on a clean floor. If you ever plan on cleaning your bed or your mattress, please just take it from me and be cautious, because you could unknowingly be poisoning your house. And I would know because a couple months ago, I cleaned my mattress and I poisoned my house, and it was horrible. You see, I had this mattress for a while, and one day I realized that I had never cleaned it before. So I was just like, I should probably do that. So that's what I did, or at least tried to do. Now, at the time, I thought that cleaning this mattress was pretty self-explanatory because my mattress had a case around it with a zipper. So I thought that I could just take the case off and throw it in the wash and clean it, just like how you could take a pillowcase off and clean a pillowcase. So that is exactly what I do. I take this mattress case off and I throw it in the wash, thinking nothing of it. But eventually it gets done in the washer, and then I put it into the dryer, and then it gets done in the dryer, and then I proceed to put my mattress cover back on to my bare mattress. And it's important to note that it was quite the involved task. Like, I had to make the mattress vertical and then shimmy the mattress cover back on quite aggressively. Once I'm done though, and I get the mattress cover completely back on, I take a breath and I'm just like, yes, finally, because it was a lot of work. But then I notice these sparkles in the air, and I was a little confused because I thought it was coming from like clothes or a blanket, and I don't own anything sparkly, so I was like, where is this coming from? But I didn't really think about it much. I go to bed and I wake up the next day, and there are rashes all over my body. So I'm thinking like, what is going on? Like, am I having an allergic reaction or something? And then I also noticed that the sparkles aren't just in my bedroom anymore. They are all throughout my house. So in my head, I'm like, are these two things related? So I look up sparkle rash or something like that, and I quickly find out that these are not sparkles in the air. They are fiberglass particles from my mattress. And then I learned that you do not want fiberglass in your house because it gets airborne, it clings to everything, and then it causes microabrasions all over your body, hence the rash I had that morning. And apparently my mattress was made of fiberglass, and that case that I took off was encasing all of the fiberglass. So I guess the process of me taking the case off and putting it back on spread fiberglass everywhere. And bro, I had to do so much to clean that stuff up, and it still wasn't enough. Like, I still find fiberglass particles to this day, and I have moved since this incident. It legitimately messed up my breathing for a moment because I breathed in these fiberglass particles. But it's just wild to me because I feel like most people don't know that fiberglass is in their mattress. They think their mattress is safe. I can't be the only one that thought that. Like, do y'all have any experiences like this? Now, I completely understand the appeal of crop dusting. It's like the perfect prank to play on your friends, a stinky little secret. I just happen to be the occasional crop duster myself. But if you also happen to be a crop duster, this is a PSA, because if you crop dust in the wrong place, you could be unintentionally outed for it, and I would know because I crop dusted in the wrong place and everyone found out, and it was so embarrassing. I was hanging out with some buddies at my friend's apartment, and we were all just sitting on his couch playing video games when I got up to go to the kitchen to get myself a drink. And while I was walking back, I could feel a toot loading inside of me. And you know when you can sense that it's gonna be a silent one? That's what it felt like. So as I was walking back to my friends on the couch, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna bet on this one being silent. So I let her rip. And it was silent. So I sat down on the couch thinking like, I got away with it. Like, crop dust successful, no one's the wiser. Update, I did not get away with it. Next thing you know, one of my friends is just like, what is that smell? And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. And then the rest of my buddies are just like, yeah, what is that smell? And I join them. I'm just like, yeah, what is that? And as soon as I said that, I kid you not, the air purifier on the other side of the room that I had just walked past turned on automatically. And all my friends just looked at me and they were like, ew, and they started laughing, and I just felt so embarrassed. So yeah, if you're gonna crop dust, just make sure there's no automatic air purifiers nearby. But now I kind of want to get one myself because I didn't actually think that they could work. Like, I didn't think that they could sense contaminants like that. I don't know if y'all heard about the David situation, like the singer, where they just found a body in his car, but it's looking more and more like he's guilty. And it's just crazy to me because up until today, in my head, I was giving him grace. I was like, oh, he probably didn't do it. Like, he's a big singer. He's got too much to lose. Someone probably just stole his car and did all that. But no, not only is it looking like he did it, the person that they found in his car was a 15-year-old girl. And there's evidence that he was in a relationship with her. So he's also a creep. And it's just so weird to me because I've listened to his songs before and like I knew who he was, and I would have never expected he would have done something like this. But now looking back, it is like clear as day he was up to something. And by that I mean like the signs were there. Like, people knew that David was in a relationship with a 15-year-old and they did nothing, which is wild to me. Like, there's photos of them together. There's a video of David paying people off so they wouldn't talk about the relationship. Even the matching tattoo that they both got on their fingers. Like, one, how did they tattoo a 15-year-old? Like, did they get consent? And two, really? Like, tell me you're grooming someone without telling me you're grooming someone. That being said, whatever happens in this David case happens, but I feel like we should take this as a sign that we should be looking out for signs, because you really never know someone's true colors. If you were to ask everyone what the scariest haunted house was, I think most people would probably tell you some like abandoned asylum or like an old prison turned haunted house. But I am here to tell you that I think I experienced a haunted house 100 times scarier than all of that. And it wasn't even a real haunted house. Now, you see, when I was growing up, every single year, one of my neighbors would transform his garage into like a makeshift haunted house. And it was really cool because he had all these decorations and all of these props, and he would switch it up every single year. So me and my friends would go to his haunted house just to see what he did. And every year that we'd go, maybe me and my friends would get a jump scare or two, but it was essentially as scary as a spirit Halloween. It wasn't that scary. That's until this one year. Now, everything was normal at first. It was Halloween night, and me and a couple of my neighborhood buddies decided to go to this haunted house because we hadn't seen it that year. So fast forward, we head over to this haunted house, and we enter through the garage, and we proceed to get that standard neighborhood haunted house experience that we were used to. Like, as we were walking through, a Walmart skeleton popped out, and we were like, ah, and then we saw a ghost projected on the wall, and we were like, oh my god, but it wasn't really that scary to me at first. That's until Lil Marker decided to take matters into his own hands. I was like, you know what? This place is not scary enough. I know what I need to do. I need to scare my friends myself. So I ran ahead of my friends looking for a hiding spot that I could pop out of and like scare my friends. And this place is like a maze. So as soon as I made that first turn, I was out of sight of my friends. But nonetheless, eventually I find a hiding spot and I crouch down and I wait there for my friends to pass. And I wait a minute, 2 minutes, eventually 5 minutes, and my friends still have not walked past. And I'm just like, that's weird. So I get up and I start genuinely looking for my friends, and I cannot find them anywhere. And I'm confused because like this whole haunted house is in a garage. How can I lose my friends in a garage? But anyways, as I'm searching for my friends, I make a turn and I see this long dark hallway that I had not seen before. And I'm just like, oh, my friends probably went down there. And it looked quite ominous, but it was a haunted house, so it made sense to me. So I started walking down this long dark hallway. At the end of it, the hallway opened up to this huge room that was completely dark except for this one light on the opposite side of the room shining down on this creepy old lady eating soup at a table. And in my head, I'm thinking like, damn, they upgraded. Like, this is freaky. And I start walking towards this creepy old lady because I think that she's like an attraction in this haunted house. As I get closer though, this creepy old lady looks over at me and she goes, oh, hi, darling. Would you like some soup, darling? I was thinking like, oh damn, this is creepy, but I thought it was a bit, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll have some soup. Anyways, I walk even closer to get my soup, and as I get closer to her, she squints at me and she goes, you're not my darling, who are you? And trying to be funny, because I was in an Indiana Jones costume, I was like, oh, I'm Henry Jones. Tell me why this old lady switches up completely and she goes, get out of my house, get out of my house, get out of my house. And I kid you not, she gets up out of her chair and she starts chasing me. At this point, I am actually terrified and I start running away and I try to scream back to her. I'm like, wait, I'm actually really scared. Could you please stop? And she doesn't stop. She just continues chasing me. As I run out of that room though, I quickly realize that I am not in a haunted house. I'm in a regular house and I'm just like, what is going on? So there I am, terrified, confused, running around. I'm like, where are my friends? I look back and she's got a friggin' pan. I'm like, what is going on? And this goes on for like 5 minutes. But suddenly I hear the dude that runs the haunted house yell, Mom, stop. This old lady stops and she yells back. She's just like, son, there's this strange man in our house. This dude goes, no, Mom, that's just a neighborhood kid. I know him. And she like settles down. This dude then guides me out of the house where all of my friends were waiting and we like figured out what happened. So apparently when I ran ahead of my friends to scare them, I went down a shortcut that they did not go down. Hence the reason that they did not pass me. And then when I went searching for them, the door from the garage to the house just happened to be open. And I went through that door down the long dark hallway. And that old lady was the dude that runs the haunted house's mom that just happens to have dementia and did not remember that he was hosting a haunted house in the garage. So yeah, she legitimately thought I was an intruder and that's why she chased me around with a pen. So yeah, terrifying. Let me know if y'all have anything that tops that.